Notes on case number 878. Time is 7:30 p.m., April 24th. Preface on report. At approximately 8 a.m., there was a 1044 prowler call made. Officer responding to the call had checked the outside of the house, found nothing. He entered the residence, though, when he discovered two bodies inside. He entered the residence, found the bodies were dead, and then subsequently called in possible 1050, 1054, 1056, 1057, and then reported something, quote, cult-like activity, unquote. He then confirmed that there were no other bodies within the residence and confirmed that there was no signs of breaking and entering. Let's see here. Upon entering the house, there are two bodies in the kitchen / dining room. Two victims, both about mid-20s. Victim 1, brown hair, glasses, beard, 6'4"-ish, white male, tattoo on his right arm of a cat with tentacles, and some sort of triangle bow tie tattoo. Alright, let's see here. Victim 2. White female, maybe 5'4"-ish. Tattoo on her ankles. Looks like a moon with an eye, some sort of, I don't know, Celtic symbol. Then we got some more on the wrist here. Left wrist and bow tie triangle tattoo on left wrist. Same as victim 1. Neither victim looks like they've been dead more than a day. I'm going to go and say less than a day. Kitchen is otherwise pristine. Well, pristine enough. No drugs, no blood. Nothing much here. No signs of a struggle, at least. Note 2. Living room is likewise fine. Alcohol, DVDs. See here, anything good on? Nothing on TV, I guess. Alright. Dog toys in the corner. I've not seen a dog yet. Side room coming off of the main living room. I think this is the room that leads to the porch I saw outside. Let's see here. Games, snacks, video games. Not much, again. There's a closet right here. Closet has tools and boxes with tools in them. Well, that's great. Front porch, let's check that out. More boxes. Empty jars. Video games, books. Definitely no signs of a struggle. No signs of breaking or entering. Surprisingly, nothing here so far. I think there are two bedrooms off the main kitchen living room here. Doesn't look like anything in either of them. Oh, I take that back. Looks like there's a third bedroom here. I think that might be our third roommate. Probably our main suspect. But there's nothing in here either. And bathroom. Nothing. Oh, there's a litter box. Dog toys, litter box. Haven't seen either animal. My guess, probably ran off. we'll need animal control here at some point. All right, let's see here. There we go. Note 3. Door to what I assume goes to the basement has the same bow tie triangle symbol on it as tattooed on the 2 victims. Strong smell of chemicals. First impression so far, I'd say 2 victims overdosed. I know not a lot of drugs up here, but smell of chemicals probably down there. I think they might have poisoned themselves with whatever they had made down there. Let's open it up. And we got... Jesus Christ. That's a lot of writing. Looks like, let's see here, Nordic, maybe. Latin. I have raw, I think. Check out the rest here. Oh, good. There's more down the stairs. Alright. Note 4. Room that the basement stairs empty out into. Surprise, surprise, more boxes. These boxes look like they got some bones, lighters, totems. Got some incense in here. Knife. Some chalk. Interesting. Here we go. This looks promising. 2 books, 2 notebooks. Book 1, green cover, spiral notebook. See what does it have? This looks like a manifest of the items in the boxes, I'd say. Probably items in other boxes. Let's see here. Things like it's got the totems. It's lists them as effigies, though. It's about 10 of those. 500 candles, supposedly. 50 boxes of the incense, parentheses sticks. Let's see here. It's got 10 pounds of animal bones. 30 liters of animal blood. Huh. All the stuff seems to be here. Alright, book 2. Blue notebook, blue cover, spiral notebook. This one's... looks like a list of names. Possibly a roster of members. Maybe a hit list, though. There's, I don't know, 50 plus names here. I don't think it's a ledger. I doubt it. There's no evidence of anybody owing money to anybody. Well, I guess I shouldn't rule it out, but it might be in another book somewhere. Let's see here. You know, some of these names actually, some of these names look familiar. They look like names of people on the force that I know, and some of these names are people who work in the town offices. That can't be right. Why would all these names be together? Like I said, it can't be a ledger. Nobody seems to owe money. And if these are the people that I know, they don't have any money problems. It can't be a hit list. I mean, those 2 victims upstairs, they couldn't possibly whack 50 plus people, some of whom are well-armed and trained officers. So that leaves roster. But that would point to a conspiracy. I mean, this isn't a book club, obviously, so it has to be a conspiracy, but what would these people have to conspire for? I mean, what would they be conspiring to? To what end would they have? What could their goal possibly be? And where are these books even here? The stuff. That prowler call from this morning. And those 2 victims upstairs, they must be on this list somehow, somewhere. So why why is this stuff here? There's plenty of people who could have picked this up. And assuming those victims died sometime last night, the prowler call wasn't made until 8 this morning. I mean, there's hours that they could have cleaned up the stuff. They could have grabbed the roster. They could have taken care of the bodies. Why didn't they? Maybe they left this stuff here on purpose. But that couldn't be it. I mean, what would they gain from anybody outside of their group knowing? Unless... No. Why would I even be allowed to come here if there are people on the force? Why would the officer even have to be allowed to be here if this is a known place that they go? No, this doesn't make sense. They must have left quickly, hurriedly. They bugged out fast. But those two victims are dead, so they didn't bug out. And why would they be bugging out? There's no signs of forced entry. There's no signs of a struggle. So where'd they go? Hold on, notes. Continuation of notes. Note 5. Second room here. Looks like it's got some stuff in it for sure. Binder. Here we go. This looks useful. Well, like it's safe to say there's more evidence of possible crimes being committed here. Things like maybe torture or kidnapping, at the least theft. These seem to be... Yeah, these are like instructions on how to perform rituals. There's items listed, steps given. Like right here, this ritual is for this ritual right here. It's, you have to take a doll haunted by an evil dead girl, no more than 5 years old. What the hell does that mean? Does the girl have to be 5 years old? Has she been dead for 5 years? Is the doll haunted for 5 years? Is that how old the doll is? Other items listed are candles, chalk, incense, charcoal, knife. Those don't have specifications. There's a chant given. It's I can't read the language of it, but you're supposed to do the chant while drawing the symbol. Yeah, the symbol isn't right. It's missing bits. There's supposed to be candles here. There's supposed to be incense. And the symbol's not even drawn correctly. It's missing bits. This symbol here, too. It's just the same as the other symbol, but it's missing bits. Why? Maybe they're trying to pull a Terry Pratchett and see if he can do these rituals without having to do them 100% correctly. Now then, why would they be in a binder? Maybe these aren't their rituals, but maybe they didn't make them up. Maybe they got them from some third party. Maybe they left suddenly. They didn't complete them. That makes sense. Maybe they left them here on purpose, expecting me to finish them for them. But that can't be it. Definitely missing something still. Hold on, notes. The more I look at these notes, the more... Continuation of notes. Note 6. These rituals are complex. They involve mutilation. They involve cannibalism. this has to have been a cult. Obviously. I mean, no gang would do this, no... I don't know any drug lords that would do this, so it's a cult. It's not any cult I know. I've never heard of a cult doing this. Any cult I've heard of is a doomsday cult. Like, there'd be a hell of a lot more dead bodies if this was a doomsday cult. There'd be omens written on walls, the end is nigh, and so forth. No, that's not what's happening. I mean, these rituals don't even involve the end of the world, or preventing the end of the world. No, these are more... They move things from, like, one vessel to another, a soul from one vessel to another, or a being from one world to another. So, you know, the tone of this stuff, and given the fact that it's definitely a cult, I'd say more demons, gods, maybe. They're not happy-looking gods. I mean, these things have, look at it. One of them has, it's like a meatball with tentacles. This one's like 10 arms, a 10-armed man, and he's flayed. This one's just a mass of wings and eyes. Ah, this one's, I don't know, like 1,000 heads of each one's a different animal. They're festive. I'll give them that. Their names are cryptic, on the other hand. The Red Monsoon. Lady Demonmu. Queen of the Nightshade. His emissary. Zexo... Xeno... I don't know, Hexblade something? Hexblade the Tortured. Ah. Moro of the Lost City of Therm. That's a mouthful. You know, almost all these pages have notes written on them, or things scribbled out. Certainly gives more cadence to the theory that they had these from a third party, but that means that they also had more gods at some point. So what happened to them? Did they not like them? Did the rituals, did some of them not work? Did they stop believing in them? No, they'd still be here somewhere. There's one more room. Looks like it's got a ritual in it. Let's see if I can find it in the book, and maybe this might answer some questions. So, room has sigils in it. There's horn, some effigies, candles, incense, knife, quartz crystals, everything you expect. Boxes. There's marks on the wall there. Looks like scratches or claw marks, maybe. Let's see if I can find this here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this one's labeled. It's named. I don't know, they crossed out the original name, but the new name for it is now to make a covenant with his emissary, the Blind One. Let's see here. Yeah, it's got all the bits. It's candles, effigies, the drawing. This one's really involved. There's quartz, horns, chalice, incense. There's a chant. You're supposed to dance. Jesus Christ, these steps are disgusting. There's things like ritual cannibalism. There's some self-flagellation, and then you eat animal. Oh my God. You sick fuck. Wait a second. Wait a second. None of these rituals have been done right. This one's wrong too. Those effigies, they're supposed to be iron, not wooden. This is supposed to be a real skull, not a crystalline skull. And this doesn't look big enough. Yeah, the binder gives a grade of about 30 by 30 for the ritual. That's wrong! It isn't 30 by 30. Let alone the ritual, this thing's maybe 6 feet. And then there's this charcoal around the edge here. It's like there was a fire, but there's no other signs of fire. There's no soot on the ceiling, there's no soot on the ground, there's just bits around here. There's just bits around here. And what the hell made claw marks in cement? Hold on, notes. Continuation of notes. Note 8. Speculation on my part. Let's say this was a cult. Let's say they had a bunch of rituals. Let's say they even figured out how to make them work. And then they messed with them in some way. Maybe they stumbled upon it by accident. You don't have to do the rituals correctly to get the result you want. So they decide to summon a god for some reason. And they think they'll get something out of it. A wish granted. But these aren't gods of sunshine and rainbows. And they didn't even do the ritual correctly. These gods have titles. They're given names. Emissary, queens, ladies, kings. That means that they have some sort of hierarchy, right? They have rules. They have laws of their own. So, why would they come? Assuming that they succeeded in the ritual, why would they bother to come? Why would they bother to show up if you're not going to do it right? Maybe when you do it right, they don't mind. Maybe when you do it right, they even like it. Or maybe you're supposed to make some sort of communication ritual, which I'm sure as hell isn't one here, but maybe you're supposed to do that. And when you don't do that, you make them angry. You piss them off somehow. They don't do the ritual correctly. They're pissed off. Maybe they hurt it. Like you don't do it correctly, but why would it hurt it? Unless these aren't requests. They're not framed like requests. They're summons. They're being dragged from their reality to ours, and that hurts. That hurts like a bitch. So they drag a god here, they piss it off, and they hurt it. And so what does an angry, pissed off, hurt god do? It punishes them, right? It has to. That's the only real thing it can do. The only reason it would be here. There's going to be like 30 people for this ritual at least. So where are they? Did they run? There's no signs of them fleeing. They pissed off a god. And then they didn't do it right. They've already not done it right. So instead of just dragging the god here, they created a door, like a two-way door instead of a one-way door. So when they opened the god here, they brought him here, and he's pissed, and now he punishes them by taking them back with him. That's where the 30 people went. But no, that can't possibly be it. There's 2 victims upstairs. So what happened to the 30 people? They're dragged, and then what? This ritual has everything. It's got cannibalism, self-mutilation, animal eating reason. If they're summoning a god, that's got to be different than playing with spirits. It means there's got to be a bigger thing. What's the biggest thing you can do in a ritual? Sacrifice. Kill somebody. those two victims upstairs killed themselves in order to end the ritual and then send the god back to hell where it came. What am I thinking? Final note. Obviously, there's no such thing as gods or magic. I mean, what? I guess I got cut off there. Obviously, what we have here is a cult. And the cult killed two people, two victims upstairs. Prowler call, probably another member, saw the bodies, freaked out, left. Plenty of evidence of crimes being committed, at least intent to. Criminal conspiracy, that's one. But why is this stuff still here? Why did the Prowler flee? Well, why else would he flee? There's two bodies on the ground. The cult's clearly gone too far. He knows the stuff is here. He knows the roster is here. So, he throws them under the bus. Well, whatever it was. We had toxicology on those two victims. And then K9, double check for those drugs. Talk to the chief about those names. Probably list suspects hiding or running otherwise. And on notes on case number 878.